Okay, I want to show several different printers actually printing. Again, this is footage from the museum. It kind of goes from more primitive presses to more modern presses, and so it'll kind of give you a sense of the history of letterpress printing.
Yeah, now at first, of course, I have the ink. And now you see why it's so important that every letter has the same height.
Mm-hmm.
And color the paper. And select the beat goes down. Yeah, but it's not a dish. And the rolls take some ink every time, and on the way back they already ink.
So you can see how long that took to print one sheet of paper. Now you can see this press, it's significantly faster and a bit more automated how you ink the plates and then press the paper.
Okay.
Printing form for the next postcard.
So there's going to be one of the people here doing this?
No.
Oh.
We put it on with some some kind of spatula.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you print all day, you can put some ink up here on this
Oh,
inking
okay.
unit.
Okay.
Want me to shoot?
Here you. Oh, I gotta make. See. I do. Is that it?
Yeah, that's fine.
See? I'm gonna get a gift for my kids.
There you
Okay, so you can see the artwork in the chase back there in the back.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Oh.
These, by the way, are the cases where I believe the matrices are stored. So again, wanting to keep the original matrices in great order because that's what all the sorts are made from. So essentially the copy, you know, the matrices in the punch are what you can consider the original, and of which all the copies are made, all the sorts are made. And so I believe that's what's stored in all of these cases. So you can see Garamond would be in this drawer here. Here's a more advanced press.
Oh.
Is that the force?
Is that the, yeah, what is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
So here you can see that this press has mechanized the grabbing of the paper and several other steps in the printing process. And so what before this individual people had to do, now this machine has mechanized it. Here, that what we were just watching, there was no artwork in the press or ink. This is a really old press, so they didn't want to run it actually with ink and art in it. But here he is demonstrating putting the chase, the frame with the artwork in it, into the press.
Und das zeigt jetzt schon. Ja.
No,
That's
that's
more? I'm
not
not.
sometimes 16 if the pages are small. But when you look at the book, you normally can divide the pages with 8. And I suppose, and that's this.
Gucken wir mal.
So here's a much larger press, and she's talking about a book being printed, and so she's talking about normally you can divide the pages by 8, or 16 if you count both the other side of the page as well. But you can see all of the chases kind of fastened into the press here.
Gucken wir mal. Oh, nee, okay, nee. Oh, oh.
Yeah. And you print this page as often as you need it. You change the printing form.
I'm going to request that you watch another video after this that is a contemporary press, a guy at a contemporary press demonstrating what a signature is. And they still use that method, that way that page was folded up. They still use that method today for printing on large pieces of paper.
It's really hard to see where the paper hits the.
Yeah. In offset they call them drums always. You mean
But the paper is actually. No, the paper is actually hitting the plates, isn't it?
oh
It's not
yeah.
offset,
No.
So Stephen is bringing up, Stephen Shoemaker talking on the video, is bringing up an important point that the paper is actually hitting the metal plates where the letters actually are. That's a really important part of offset or of letterpress printing. It gives it a unique visual quality. I'm going to jump over to some images, and that's where we'll finish this. So here are some current day designs being printed on a letterpress. A letterpress has a distinctive quality, and so you can see how the metal actually bites into the paper, and so you have this impression into the paper. Letterpress is often printed on kind of a thicker cottony paper, and so you have that nice texture. Here's another design. And so people are still using letterpresses today in order to kind of get these kind of beautiful textural effects. So I hope this helped you kind of understand how the history of letterpress printing and how it works. We have one other lecture talking about a linotype machine, and so that's coming up next.